Danny Murphy just crushes them. He now has 8 homers and 49 hits against the Mets since he's joined the Nats. Can you explain it?
Yeah, and he's the only way I can explain it is he really does that to just about everybody we play, but it's really focused in on the Mets, because of the past that they have and the relationship that he has with all those guys over there. His old hitting coach Long is over there, and Terry Collins and all the guys he played with. So, I don't even know if he gets any more energized or fired up to play the Mets than everybody else, but it just seems like he's put in positions very, very often to do things that really help us and hurt them, and he's comes through on multiple occasions. But he's been tearing up. He's been tearing up more or less the National League and the interleague games that we played since he's been here. He's been incredible. One of the best players in the game over the last 2.5 seasons, and he's just a hitting machine. He's a guru. He helps our other hitters, and he's just such a breath of fresh air to have in the clubhouse.
Would you consider him a really big bargain? I mean, since you've been here as a GM of the Nats, you got him 3 years, $37.5 million. You look at the total, you're like, oh, that's almost $40 million. But for the production that he's given to this team, I think that has to qualify as a pretty big bargain.
Oh, they stole him. You stole him, Mike.
Yeah, he's an incredible value for the performance that he's put in, and for the deal that we signed him at. He's everything we've asked for and more. He was part of the process. If you guys remember, we were trying to go from a more power home run strikeout type of lineup to a more contact, run oriented to produce runs type of lineup, and with the addition of Murph and Trey Turner and those type of guys, and Espinosa and Desmond and those type of guys left. They were different type of hitters, and we strike out less now. We're more offensively efficient. We can drive in runs via the home run, a stolen base, kind of manufacture things. So offensively, we're more rounded. We're much more versatile type of offense now, and he's been he was the key cog to that because of the way he gets after pitchers and refuses to strike out, and he's driven in more. He's driven more with sacrifice flies and getting guys and scoring guys from third with 2 outs. He's really taught us how to do that, and we're becoming very efficient at it.
Talking to Mike Rizzo, President of Baseball Operations and General Manager of the Washington Nationals, who sit atop the NL East with a 50-34 record. So when Trey Turner goes down, you lose a lot of speed in the lineup. You lose that top of the lineup, juice, and there has to be a decision as to how the lineup construction goes. I know a couple of the guys here, Grant Danny, your good old friends Grant Danny, they were pitching for, Rendon, top of the lineup, even Bryce Harper potentially the top of the lineup. And analytics people sometimes criticize the lineup construction. How does it go down? I know you're going to say Dusty makes the ultimate choice, but do your analytics people present a potential lineup to him? Do you get involved? How does it go down?
Well, we handle this decision like we handle every decision in the organization. We sit down and communicate. We talk. Dusty and I, we literally talk 2 or 3 times a day. Meet and when the Turner injury happened, it was a big blow to us. You're talking about a top of the order guy, a dynamic player, all-star kind of caliber player going down at 2 premium positions, shortstop and leadoff hitter. And we were bouncing around a couple of different ideas, and let's not forget we've lost 2 leadoff hitters. Adam Eaton went down first, then Trey Turner goes down, and we had Jason Worth. We had three guys at the top of the lineup that haven't played for us in a long time, and we're just finding a way. With our depth has been great at that position in the outfield. Michael Taylor has become a more patient hitter, and the 5th tool that we talked about early in the season when we talked about Michael Taylor is we're starting to figure it out. Michael's starting to figure it out, which is plate discipline. And once we said he has strike zone recognition and plate discipline, the other 4 tools have always been there: defense, run, throw, power. And now when we put a little bit more consistent at bats on there, you're seeing the type of player he could become. Brian Goodwin is played extremely well in left field. A good left-handed bat that our guys in the minor leagues did a great job developing. And so we experimented with a few ideas. Ultimately Dusty, he is a gut feel manager. Went with his gut, and threw the lineup out there that had those two young kids at the top, and I think that there's a little of energy that gets put into it. Confidence is building, and you see these guys really coming out of their shadows and becoming big league players that we thought they were going to be, and hopefully that continues.